here I have found this wonderful company that have these incredible products for children. And these are things that I would make for my own child. And now in these wonderful packages that I couldn't believe it. And I am here now with the founder and owner of this company, Paul. Hello, Paul.
Hi, Christina.
And now, Paul, I understand that you're from UK.
Yes, Ella's my daughter. She's 12 years old now. But when she was about 2, she stopped eating foods that she'd ate for about a year, which all children do, about 2 years old. It's a sort of evolutionary thing to stop them eating bad foods. But I panicked as a first-time parent, and I thought, well, how am my child going to eat their foods? And I just used fun and games and mess and got her to relax and to laugh and de-stress myself and my wife as well. So we just took the stress out of weaning, made food fun. And I just thought, well, I bet lots of families feel like that. And I thought that parents will if parents use fun and games, that children will get better relationship with food earlier in life and try lots more foods and just grow up healthier.
What a great concept. And I completely, totally agree with you on that format as well. And so away from that, how did you develop all these flavors of products? I mean, this is a 4-bean feast. Is that amazing?
Well, what we did, we thought, let's try and really think differently. Let's try and think from a child's point of view to start with. And what do children want? Well, they want to be engaged with all their senses when they're eating food. I think when we go to a restaurant now, we'll remember a really good meal, not just the really good food that we eat and the taste of it, but the company that we had and the location and the service and the entertainment. All of those things are stimulating our senses. And very small children are exactly the same. They want all their senses to be stimulated to enjoy the food most. So I thought, well, how can we stimulate all their senses? Well, we can use packaging that is tactile, colourful, use language that is very childlike, and then you put really unusual ingredients together that mom might not do at home. So we have broccolis, pears and peas here with this one. We have blueberries and yogurt together. And we have all sorts of odd recipes that come together. Blueberries and sweet potatoes is in one. So just to try and complement what mom might be doing at home, but in a really fun way so that children really want the food and they reach out to get the products and the brand. The other thing that I did was I noticed this packaging had never been used for baby food before. 6 years ago, we were the first people ever to try and put baby food into these pouches. What they're really great for is that they're really convenient for mom. They allow us to minimally process the food, so it's only pasteurized and it's much more tasty and nutritious than, say, jarred food. But from a child's point of view, it's really tactile, it's really colorful, they can own it. When a baby is in a high chair, and they're seeing the rest of the family eat their meal with knives and forks, they can join in. It's their way of sort of a really important developmental stage where they can eat the food themselves, and they're controlling how much they have, and they feel like one of the family. So all of those things come together to just give children healthier habits that are just going to last their lifetime.
These are really, really wonderful, because I remember the days where we had the jars and the little containers, and the thing is, there were the different forms of. I mean, this is mainly baby food because it's pureed. But of course, as we all know, as the kids grow up, even to 5, 6, or 7, these are like really great snacks.
Well, the very first products we had were for sack bags or for lunch boxes at school. And the story, Ella's my daughter, and when we were developing those first products, we got her and her little friends around the table, and my son actually was the one that came up with the name of our very first product, because I asked them which one they preferred out of a whole load of different smoothies that we were making, and instead of saying the strawberry one or the raspberry one, he said, I like the red one best. And that is the name of our product, because a child thinks like that. Now, when that just improves their relationship with food, because they can ask something that they feel as though they own when they want something to go in their snack bag or have a snack at the back of the car or on vacation. And just it's our way, our business, Ella's Kitchen, is just all about looking from a child's point of view, bringing great food to children, but thinking about how they would see it in the world and trying to connect with all of their senses that way.
Well, that's fantastic. And what I've learned is you started this from your own home kitchen.
Did that, yes. So it's just 6 years ago. We had 2 products that first day, one unpaid person, and we lived and worked out of our home for 3 years. And we had eventually about 5 or 6 people coming to our home, and then it sort of all got a bit more complicated, and we moved into a beautiful barn in England, 16th century barn, where we now have 45 people working. But it just shows that you can create a business that can go international, that can be in supermarkets, and that families can really enjoy. And we're at a point now where every second of every day, someone somewhere around the world is having one of our foods. But it just shows you can build that from a very small base up to a really decent sized company.
Absolutely. Isn't that great? It's all coming from a barn now. Now, I have a couple of questions for you. Now, I noticed that there is like no sugars or anything in your product.
Yep, we want children to enjoy healthy food from a very early age. So there's no sugars, there's no salt, there's no trans fats, there's no GMO food. Many people think that children won't like the taste, but the very small children have no other concept of what taste is. They've never tasted salt before. So at the point when it's introduced to their diet, they might start to get fussy. But once if they have food that doesn't have salt, it actually tastes of the food that it is, not of salt. So that's our philosophy, and we don't add unrefined sugar and any other things that shouldn't be in there. And what we tend to do is try and let the family, the mom when she's shopping, see all the products, all the ingredients that are in the product on the front as well as the back, and just be really open and honest about what's in there so she can make an easy decision at the shelf in the store.
You see, we're not quite used to that yet. You know that. I mean, everything that we pull off the shelves, and so many parents know this through and through, is like it says one thing on the package, you flip it over and you can't pronounce the rest of the words on.
My advice to any mom or dad would be, if there's something in the ingredients that you don't know what it is, or you wouldn't have in your ingredients cupboard at home, don't buy it, because you can cook your own food at home with a set of stuff that's in the cupboard. Don't buy things or question things if you don't understand why it's in there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I had a question about the ones like with the beans, and you have like a chicken stew or casserole.
Chicken and corn mash.
See, chicken and corn mash with herbs. I mean, it's lovely.
Yes, so we've spent about a year developing these products. We work with dietitians, pediatricians, and nutritionists to make sure that there's the right balance of protein and fats and carbohydrates and fiber, to make sure that the portion sizes are the right for the right age groups. And the pediatricians are telling us about the child's development in terms of their tactile development, so that they and their mouths and their teeth, so that they can chew at the right consistency. So these products are textured, not lumpy, but it's the first time in the US and Canada that there are meals with proteins in that are in the screw top pouches. In the UK, we've got a much wider range. And there's many more products that we can bring over to the US when the time is right.
Right. You have to go through all those wonderful channels which we all know about, and it's they're safe to consume whether they'll be warmed up or not.
Yep, the best way to warm them if you're out and about and it's a day out is to put them in some hot water. The products are designed to be eaten hot or cold. But if you're at home, our recommendation would be to put them into a saucepan and warm them up. Not to put them in the microwave where you can get hot spots, which aren't good for baby food.
We shouldn't be putting anything in the microwave. So a question that I have for you that our audience is usually very, ask about is the organic or non-pesticide qualities of your product.
Sure. Baby food is this category where it's a majority is baby food. In the UK, over 50% of all baby food is organic. And I very much feel it's a very emotional thing. It's people feel that organic is the best. We all know it doesn't have any pesticides. Some of us think it tastes better and has higher nutrition. I just think all our products are organic because people feel as though that is the best for their children. I know our family started eating organic food when our children were very small, and many people start to have organic when they have small children. But I also think that actually it's the non-organic food that is the thing that's unproven. For centuries, for millennium, food was effectively organic, and then in the sort of 1950s onwards, that people started playing around with pesticides and playing around with the genetic composition of food, and we don't know the long-term outcome of what that is yet on humans and our long-term evolution. Therefore, we think the best thing for families, certainly for babies and small children, is to have organic food.
That's wonderful. You're saying that you have even more varieties in the UK.
Yes, we do. We have 70 different products in the UK, trying to cover all eating occasions that a baby or a toddler or a young child would have. So some of them are to do with meals, some of them are to do with snacks. We've got breakfast products. So we've got a whole variety that are not just fruit and vegetables, but they're all organic. Some of them are finger foods, some of them are the pouches, purees, and we're just constantly looking to find out how we can do more products that solve help with a solution for everyday families in trying to feed their children healthy food that's convenient and fun for the child.
Well, I have to say, I wish that these were out when my little one was little,
Right.
because it would have been so much easier.
Okay.
Because, it's in the pouches, it's convenient. I prefer them to the jars, of course. They're safe. And also with the little ones, the amount of time I took pureeing their foods when you're on the run, when you're traveling,
Yes.
of all places, where it's not always that you can find the ingredients you want. Now you've basically offering it to us in these wonderful, simple
the very
packs.
first idea of To Do Ella's Kitchen came from a holiday in Canada that me and my family had when we were camping for a weekend, and that was the exact thing. We couldn't find foods in the stores that we went to that we thought were healthy and convenient to take for our young children on this camping holiday in British Columbia. And it just got into my head that there must be a way of getting healthy food that's convenient. And that was part of the seed that sort of led me to develop Ella's Kitchen. And within a year, we were a company trying to trade and starting to help families have better food earlier in life.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Paul. I mean, this is a real gift to the parents and the children out there. It's so wonderful to find a healthy, nutritious meal in a pack that's convenient for this fast-paced world that we're in. And I wish you all the best of luck. And I would definitely like to follow through on everything new you're bringing over here to the North America.
Good. Well, thank you very much for speaking to us. And if we can just help more children eat food earlier in life, because it's fun. Food is just a fun thing to do. So let's get more kids having wider food.
I am right with you on that. Thank you, Paul.